Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, today I bring an exciting topic and I think you're already familiar with this topic. What is it? This is about a function. So today, I would like to explain about what is a function, what is the domain and range of the function, and how to define the domain and range of the function without memorizing but understanding the concept. So, for better understanding, let's watch to the video.
A function is a relation between a set of input and a set of permissible output with the property that each input is related to exactly one output. Let A and B be any two non-empty sets. Mapping from A to B will be a function only when every element in set A has one and only one image in set B. Another definition of function is that is a relation F in which each element of set A is mapped with only one element belonging to set B. Also in a function, there cannot be two pairs with the same first element. Functions are generally represented as f of x. So today, we're gonna learn about one of a common question about function, that is about domain and range. So, let's move to the video. Okay, domain and range are by far the most important concept of function, and there is a very high likelihood that you will see a question based on them. What is a domain? In a simple word, the domain of a function is a set of all possible input values. And what is the range of a function? The range is a set of all possible output values. The domain is the set of all values that go into the function, and the range is the values that come out. So, if we have a function like y is equal to f of x, the domain will be all possible values x can take, and the range will be all possible values for y. Is there any good way to remember this? How do we remember that the domain is all possible input values and the range is all possible output values? Maybe something like d comes before r and x comes before y. The domain is x and the range is y. Okay, nice. Shall we try out a few examples now? The first function is f of x is equal to x. This function will simply give out the value it takes as the input. Instead of saying it does nothing, a better way of saying it will be the function multiplies the input by 1 and gives an output. Anyway, coming to the point, what will be the domain and the range of this function? Domain will be all the values x can take. In this function, x can take any value. Yes, just about any value. So the domain is all x. And the range, which is y, or the output can also take all values that x takes. So the range will be all y values. Here's the second function. F of x is equal to x squared. What will be the domain and the range of this function? Try it out. The input x can take any value, so the domain will be all x. The range is interesting. Will it be all y? It will be all y greater than or equal to 0. Why? Because the square of any number cannot be negative. It will always be non-negative. To give you some good news, there are two main constraints that are very common in the exam. Look at this function. F of x is 1 over x minus 2. What is the domain of this function? Domain is the set of all possible input values. Can x take any values in here? Yes, all. But one values the domain will be all x except equal to 2. That's the first constraint. The denominator has to be a non-zero. Because if it is a 0, then the function will be undefined. Easy? Here's another one. What is the domain of this function? Can we have a negative number within the square root? Well, I don't think we can. So, x minus 3 will be greater than or equal to 0. This means x has to be greater or equal to 3. X can take any value, which is greater or equal to 3. That brings us to the second constraint. Even roots can have only non-negative number under them. Remember this well, the denominator has to be a non-zero, and even roots cannot have a negative number under them. Now, for the last problem of the session, find the range of this function. By range, we mean all possible output values. Look at this term. Can it be negative? No, the square of any number will be greater than or equal to 0. So, the minimum value of the function will be 0 plus 1, which equal to 1. F of x will be greater than or equal to 1 as x squared will be greater than or equal to 0. So, that was all about the domain and range. But the most interesting concept related to function are to do with their graphs, and we will see those in the next few sessions.
That's all about the lesson today. Hopefully, you can understand well the concept about the function, especially about the domain and range of the function. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And see you in the next video. Bye bye!